Now, this content creator by the name of psyellie is calling about the hypocrisy about people, these Pokemon scalpers that are literally inflating the price of the Pokemon cards. So let's get into it.
I think you can tell by the title of this video that this is not the type of content that I usually post, and if I'm completely honest, I debated if I should make this video or not. I've been thinking a lot if I should express my opinion because honestly, I'm such a small creator. I don't know if I could make an impact by saying what's on my mind, but I still felt the need to speak up. I do believe that it's important.
Hey, it's called freedom of speech. You gotta do what you gotta do, and I'm always leave a link to the content creator. And honestly, I would probably like an 80 to 90% agree with what's going. Maybe.
For everyone to speak up on this matter. It might not make a difference to the Pokemon company itself, but I do think that it helps us as a community to make us feel like we all have the same opinion and to make us all feel like, you know, it'll bond us together. It'll be a little bit of a trauma bonding, I think, but at least hopefully something good will come out of it.
I don't think it's trauma bonding. It's more like calling up the bullshit.
think everyone is sick of the Scalpers situation. I think everyone in the hobby slash community, whatever you want to call it, it's just done with trying to get products. We're just trying to enjoy this hobby. It's beginning to be nearly impossible to get anything in the first place, and prices of singles or, you know, products for resale have gone through the roof, and this whole situation has just got ridiculous, honestly. This is a hobby that is primarily meant for children, and I already feel guilty enough that I'm taking product off kids. You know, it's bad enough that us as adults are taking things off of children, which is, it is what it is. But, you know, we genuinely want to enjoy these products. We genuinely want to enjoy collecting cards, playing with the cards, appreciating the artwork. And now these kids can't even get these cards because of Scalpers.
I agree. I actually agree, but I'm the only thing I'm gonna disagree about is not just for children. Yes, children are literally the core fan base of things because personally, I was a child when I first started getting into Pokemon cards. Honestly, I stopped because I was so upset and so pissed because I couldn't get that fucking original Blastoise card. I couldn't get the Blastoise card. But honestly, I got back into it during the Sword and Shield era, stopped a little bit, then kind of got really back involved into when Paldea Evolved come. I had to get those, the Fuecoco Evolution. I had to get it. But after, let's just say, Prismatic Evolution, that's what all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose literally right after that. I mean, how could it not happen? And honestly, a lot of Pokemon scalpers started to continue to spike up. It was insane. And honestly, I really enjoy collecting Pokemon cards. I have a small collection myself, but I'm a big hunter when it comes to my favorite Pokemon, and particularly the Mega Evolutions in general. But anyway, she does have a point. She does have a point.
And us as well a little bit, but mostly for Scalpers. I think everyone is familiar with what a scalper is, but just in case there's any of you who don't know what a scalper is, there's basically people who go out and buy products to try and resell for profit, sometimes even a small profit, but still making products even more expensive. And these people, they usually camp out in the early hours of the morning or even from the day before to try and get these products. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm guilty of this a little bit. I'm guilty of camping out to try and get product, not camping out, but at least trying to get to the shop earlier to try to be one of the first in the queue so I could try and get some product, so I can, besides enjoying the cards, also opening up and filming and having content for you guys as well. So I
How could you?
am slightly guilty of doing this, but I feel like I'm doing this out of need, because if I don't, it's impossible for me to buy products. And honestly, I'm very blessed that I have a job where I have random days off, or I can try to plan my days off so that they coincide with release days, so I can go out and I can get products. But if you're someone who works a 9 to 5, and most releases, well, all releases really are on Fridays, so if you're someone that works a 9 to 5, or if you're a child and you need your parents to get your products for you, a lot of people, they don't have the availability of being out at whatever time in the morning to try and get these products.
Believe it or not, a lot of these dudes act like they don't have a 9 to 5 these days. Like, what can you do? I mean, seriously, it's like this is their only resource. It's like they went from the shoe grifting to freaking Pokemon grifting now. I don't understand what is up with these, but these dudes need a chick by their side or something. I don't know if they got a gold digger they trying to take care of. I don't know, they trying to get a hoe off the streets. I don't understand neither. But dude, this thing they so-called a get rich quick scheme ain't no get rich quick scheme. This is more like a gambling issue more than a scalping issue, honestly, because pretty much a lot of these people are literally, how should I say, going bankrupt, selling their souls, and actually making themselves homeless in general.
It just makes it very impossible for collectors and kids to try and get these products because, they sell out in 10 minutes. Like, as soon as the shop opens, there's
Facts.
10, 15 people in the queue and everything is gone.
Dude, I spent like 2 hours just to get a matter of fact, 2.5, 3 hours just to get one booster box from the Pokemon Center. That is literally the first time I was ever able to get a Pokemon booster box off the Pokemon Center. Do you realize how insane that was? I honestly think Pokemon Center needs to literally have a membership in particular. Maybe y'all can agree, disagree, and everything, but I think Pokemon Center should have a membership. In my opinion, I think they really should have a membership so that the people who actually are core fans would actually be able to have the opportunity to get Pokemon cards. That's my thoughts. I mean, just saying.
So if you're waiting to get off of work, or if you're a kid waiting to get off of school to try and get your parents to get some products, sometimes it's just impossible and there's nothing. Because these people are out to buy products to then resell for a profit. And it's just, this is not what a hobby should be like. And before we go any further on this video, I do want to say I put us content creators with a little bit at fault for this whole situation. I do realize that we are promoting these products and we're showing how cool these cars are, and there are certain creators, I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm sure everyone can think of someone who buy excessive amount of products simply for the shock value of, I open X amount of packs and I did this and I did that, and that also contributes to the scarcity of product, that also contributes for the hype, and that also contributes to normal people. We're all normal people, but you know what I mean, just the average collector not being able to get any cards. Again, I'm including myself in this category because obviously I do videos, I do them for fun. I don't make almost any money off of this channel. I literally do these videos just because I enjoy making them. I enjoy making you guys laugh, but I do understand I am part of the problem. I myself made a video about opening 3 boxes of Nihil Zero. I thought it was a fun idea, but I do understand that is part of the problem.
No, it's not. I hate to say this, and I'm really gonna say this. Come on, y'all have to be serious. Okay, y'all are not really part of the problem. Let's put it like this, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just using me as a prime example. When I do these Pokemon cards, and I like to open packs of Pokemon cards on stream, and do content for it, I only focus on, like, everybody does this, focus on chase cards. Okay, everybody focus on chase cards. Everybody has chase cards. My particular chase is mostly Mega Evolution Pokemon cards. I want the old sets, can't afford the old sets, unfortunately, but I like the Mega Evolutions in general. However, a lot of people, you still using me as an example, like to give back to kids. It's not technically a us problem. And the reason why I say that is because we are Pokemon card collectors. We love Pokemon cards. We have nothing to do with this situation. The people who have something to do with this situation are the people who are actually talking about this being an investment. The ones who are oversaturating the Pokemon card community and all the situations that's going on as far as scalping are the ones who are talking about it being an investment. Yes, at the end of the day, it's an investment. You're correct. However, it's not that type of investment that we are looking forward to. We are trying to pass this on down to our kids in the future because of sentimental values. We hold these cards as value because it has more value to us because how hard we put in the work to find those particular cards. Now, y'all have to understand this. It's not on us. It's on the scalpers and the fucking stupid people who are constantly trying to make it look like a stock option. Where instead of them scalping, they could literally put their money in stock options. This is for people who have been known to collect for a very long time. Prime example, Pokeref. People have been collecting for a very long time. This is no different from sports cards, from baseball, basketball. I have an uncle who have been investing into sport cards for decades, passing them on down to me. We hold them for sentimental value. It's not about the investment. It's about the love of the fucking cards itself. That's the difference. So content creators don't have this kind of issue. It's very small, a small amount of content creators who have this issue, but the ones who keep talking about the investment and the scalpers are the part of the problem. Think about it.
That we buy excessive amounts for content. I also decided to do this on a day where my voice is failing. So I'm really sorry, but I don't want to postpone this video any longer.
At least you can actually buy a large amount.
We're doing this. I apologize, my voice sounds like this. I don't know why either. But I just wanted to make it clear that it would be unfair to talk about scalping, to talk about scalpers on this video without mentioning us content creators. I think it's important that we realize that we are also part of the problem.
No, we're not.
Just putting it out there. Some people might not like what I'm saying, but it is the truth. This is in its primary form a hobby for children. This is the main demographic is children.
It's a hobby for children and adults. It's not just a hobby for children. It's solely a hobby for children. And keep this in mind, it does educate them a lot because it makes them become very strategic, and it kind of trains their brain a lot. But adults still love this game, love this just as much as they love sports cards. It's no different.
Are we the ones that spend the most money on the hobby? Yes, admittedly. But we are not the target demographic. We are here to enjoy this hobby. We can all be part of this hobby. But reselling shouldn't be a thing. I'm sorry. It just shouldn't be a thing.
I
am okay with reselling at a certain point where, you know, singles, if they're not overpriced, like, because you want to complete your collection, and if you have extras, if you have spares in your collection, you know, you should be able to trade, which is, you know, this is the trading card game, so you should be able to trade.
I agree.
And I'm okay with people selling singles to fund them buying the singles they want for their collection. I think that is okay. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I do think that's okay. And maybe selling like old things in your collection that you don't want anymore, that's also okay. If you have like an old ETB you don't want anymore, that sort of thing, I think it's okay. What I don't think it's okay is seeing this as an investment. I think that whole part of the hobby, it's not part of the hobby. That is the investment bros that are trying to make a quick buck. I don't consider these people part of the hobby. I'm sorry if you're an investor and you consider yourself part of the hobby. I don't think you are. I don't know. Or if you just do investing, if you do collect them as well, I think is a bit of a gray area. If you just do investing, you're an investor, bro. You're not part of the hobby.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm sorry. This might be the video that gets me cancelled. I'm not a big YouTuber, so can I be cancelled? Probably not, but this might be.
Nah, too many guys like you.
It. I don't know. A lot of popular opinions here. And we all know this whole investing thing started with the Jake Paul thing with the Charizards. I'm not going to go into detail.
Not that idiot.
About that, but it's just sad that that's what's this come to, is just the investor bros saying cards for kids as a means to make money instead of actually getting a real job. And I get it, we're all struggling, we're all living in an economic crisis, and everybody has to do the best they can to try and put food on the table. Although this is not the case.
Dude, if they're willing to sacrifice so much to get Pokemon cards, ain't no way they broke. So many people complain that they broke. Well, let's be honest. If they're literally willing to freaking buy Pokemon cards and scalp them, they're not broke.
Sure, the people who are investing in Pokemon cards are not the same people that are trying to provide for their kids. They're not the same people who are trying to not starve at the end of the month. So please stop doing this. Just go get an actual job. Or if you do have a job, maybe, you know, get a second job. Just try and do something productive instead of just ruining the hobby for children and for collectors. Just, I don't know, do something productive. I also wonder how lucrative this actually is. Mind you, there's people with bots that just like buy hundreds, but I did go line up in Costco to get the Charizard box. This box, I did go on the line to buy.
I bought 2 of those boxes, and painfully, I spent way too much. It was way overvalued, like, honestly.
Buy it, but because I do want it and I want to open it myself. I have opened one before, but I really wanted to open another one, and I still have the old Charizard box, so I'm thinking to do like a comparison between the two.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually just wanted that promo card.
Spoiler, but I'm sure there was loads of people that were there just to get this box, and it was 1 per person, mind you. This light is legit trying to stress me out today. Just hold on, please. Anyway, but I saw loads of people that day buying this box that were clearly not collectors, and in fact, we could literally, as we were leaving the parking lot, I just went on eBay as a joke, and I could literally see dozens, if not hundreds of listings of people selling this box straight away on eBay. And not even, I can't remember how much they were selling them for, but I remember thinking it was not that much profit. And surely,
I also forgot to mention there were people there who actually wanted the box for the kids and had to do this. Wow.
The amount of time it took you to wait in line to buy this one box that you're gonna resell for like £5-10. I don't know, I remember it wasn't that much that they were selling it for.
UK.
But surely the amount of time you were there, if you were overtiming somewhere, you know, at your job or getting a second job, surely you would earn more than just standing in line.
These dudes are too damn lazy these days. Literally, they're willing to freaking, oh my god, I can't fucking believe the amount of fucking shit a man willing to go to get Pokemon cards. Jesus.
But I guess you prefer standing in line and reselling for like £20 profit. I don't know, that just looks really silly to me. I don't know. I also wonder the legalities of reselling these products, and if somebody has more info on this. I did try to Google it a little bit, but it's a little bit unclear. So if somebody knows more about this, please do feel free to comment down below. I just wonder the legalities of reselling products, and especially reselling them in such a large scale, like people who bought and have hundreds of orders. Surely you're not paying your taxes properly. So I just wonder how legal it is, probably not that legal, to be reselling these products online that you're probably not even, you know, declaring to HMRC. And also, can we do something about this? Because surely you should be paying taxes. And also, if you are paying taxes on these products, how much of a profit are you actually making that is worth for you to go out and do something like this? Because you can't get that, it can't be that much profit that justifies doing this and taking product from children and collectors.
I know people, and I've literally looked at websites, plenty of different websites. They literally are selling these Pokemon cards for at least double. Depending on the product, booster bundles, probably double. Booster boxes, like $50 to $100 more than the original price. And as far as ETBs, literally double. Yeah, about double the price. Double, matter of fact, 2 to 3 times the price. Honestly, it's freaking insane.
it surely can't justify, oh, you're doing this illegal, in which case, can we do something about it? Can we report them to the HMRC? Can we do something? And this is the point of my video, because I feel like I've been rambling about scalpers for a bit, but the point of my video is, can we do something about these scalpers? The first thing that comes to mind is literally what I'm just talking about, is can we actually report these sellers to the HMRC, make them have to pay taxes? Because if you're gonna do something like this, at least let it be productive to society and have the taxes go into our government. Not that I'm very pro-government, but you know what I mean, let it be something productive out of this, because I'm like 80% sure that they're not paying their taxes correctly.
It's just greed. They're not gonna do that.
Just putting it out there. And the second thing we can do, which I think is the main point of my video, is do not buy from resellers. Do not buy from scalpers. I feel a few people have already mentioned this. I've seen a few videos about this, but I do think it's important to get the point across. Do not feed into this machine. Do not spend your money making these people profit, because as long as they have people to sell the products to, they will keep doing this and the problem will never go away.
Agreed. If you just go ahead and start voting with your dollar, if you actually literally vote, oh damn, she looked like a crackhead with that shit.
I know.
You literally vote with your dollar, I swear you will actually have a bigger outcome. Because like I said, a lot of these people are just Pokemon grifters. Like, they are like grifters out of the fucking wazoo. Like, I have probably seen about 3, 4, or 5 different websites where Pokemon scalpers are literally freaking selling it $50 to $100, possibly double. It depends on the box. Right now, you can get a Phantasmal Flame booster box for about $400 fucking dollars. That is literally more than double. How the fuck? Why?
It's hard. We're gonna get FOMO, you know, you're gonna miss out on products. There's a lot of things I missed out on that I really wanted to buy, but I refuse to buy anything that is not RS, whatever, that is not
MSRP.
Like sale price. I can't remember the name, but I refuse. If it's not like the sale price, I refuse to pay extra for a product, because I don't want to make somebody else have a profit off of my own hard work and my own money. Like, no, I work a job. I have a main job. This is not my main job. I have an actual job that I work very hard for, and I refuse to give my money to somebody else who doesn't want to have a job, or does have a job but wants to make this as money on the side. I refuse to give them my money.
It's chicks like this that make men look weak. Not me, but it's chicks like this that make you guys, you scalpers, look weak as shit.
I'm just not gonna do it. And I do buy like things here and there. I do buy singles. I think that's pretty much it. I do buy singles. I can't remember buying products from other third parties, but if I did, please don't quote me on that. I'm trying to like think if I ever bought something that's not for retail price off of a second-hand party. I think I tried to buy everything. I'm not gonna say never, because maybe I'm forgetting something that I have bought from a reseller, but I tried to buy everything from, you know, the market, you know, retail price. The singles I do buy from resellers just because I want to complete my collection, but other than that, I don't know. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. And I actually remember an occasion where I really wanted to buy something and I refused, and it was the playmat from the UIC, not from this year, from the year before. It was a psyellie playmat. I remember I was so annoyed because I literally went there on the first day and they were already sold out of the playmats, and it was like 20 quid, something like that. And I went online the same day they were ready for sale for £60, and I just refused to buy it. As much as I wanted that playmat, I just prefer not to have it than to feed someone who's doing this like a reseller. I just refused, and I really wanted it, and I've got FOMO for not having that playmat, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't buy it off of someone secondhand that went there and bought this with the sole intent of trying to make a profit.
You know, the crazy part is I actually wanted the playmat, but unfortunately it's not the ones on the list. Pokemon Company, can I have a suggestion for y'all? Can y'all make a for Coco Skeletors play, man? That'll be very nice, you know. Just a suggestion. If y'all take the suggestion to heart, I mean, yeah, that would be very nice for me. Just for me.
Off of a kid's game. But anyway, so this is where we come as a community, because I honestly believe that if we all did this, if we all refused to buy off of these resellers, the problem would eventually go away. I'm not going to say the problem is going to disappear tomorrow if nobody buys anything today, but if we don't buy anything off of resellers the next few weeks, the next few months, eventually they will have to get rid of their stock, and eventually they will put the prices lower and would be able to get things at market price and would actually be able to buy things off of the shops and the Pokemon Center website, which comes to my next point. It is impossible to buy anything at the Pokemon Center website. I've seen a video the other day of someone who had access to like a bot list thingy, and it was absolutely disgusting the amount of products that somebody managed to order. And I just wonder if the Pokemon Center website has these limits of 2 per person, whatever, and they're trying to make it as you cannot order to the same address, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. How are these people getting away with?
I have no idea, but yeah, the limit is 2 per person. When you go on the website, I was only able to buy 1 booster box, but if you actually tried to get something else, yeah, you can get something different. But as far as the limit, yeah, they do have a limit. I don't know how the hell he did it neither.
With this, how are they doing it? Because they are doing it. There's proof that there's people getting hundreds and hundreds of orders. They're already listing on eBay. The last said Visai. I couldn't get a single thing. I couldn't even get on the website. It just kept butting me out. I just couldn't do it. And I could see people already on eBay reselling these products that are not even out yet.
Yeah, I spent like 5 hours just trying to get a pitch black. Couldn't get a damn thing. Whole freaking website shut, like completely crashed.
Which I don't even know how it's allowed on eBay. It is allowed to a point. I know you can sell things on pre-order. It's just that shouldn't be a thing on eBay. You shouldn't be able to sell things if you don't have them physically in your hands. Okay, order things in pre-order, but then you shouldn't be able to sell them until they're out.
True.
Does that make sense? And then scalpers will be out of all this money because they would have to wait until things are actually out to actually sell them. And that might stop them a little bit. So that might be a thing worth looking into. I still can't understand how bots are able to go through with these captures. I think bots are just getting too advanced, and the technology to combat them, it's just not keeping up. I don't understand how the Pokemon Center can allow this to happen, how the Pokemon Company can look at all these orders going to the same people. I don't know, like something should be done. But it does make me feel like the Pokemon Company just doesn't care. And this is why I feel like I might get cancelled for making this video, because I am speaking against the company now. But
You're not gonna get canceled. You're not gonna get canceled at all.
I do feel that they don't care. They don't acknowledge the problem. They don't do anything to fix it. I wish at least they put out a post saying, we're aware of the problem and we're trying to fix it, but they refuse to speak on this matter. And this is where it's important that we speak on this matter, because even if nothing changes, at least we're all acknowledging that this is a problem. At least we're making it to new collectors or casual, like smaller collectors, to anyone that can listen, that this is a problem. We're all aware that this is a problem, and it doesn't seem the company cares.
Well, they already started doing this in Japan already. So what's gonna happen is, yeah, let's give it about a year or so. They're gonna continue to go down this path where it might come out to be this, I'm not gonna say the similar situation as far as like trying to get rid of the scalpers, but at some point with the new facility being built, I mean, it's really gonna put scalpers in a really fucking deep hole where they can't really sell everything, and they're gonna drop prices drastically. So scalpers is gonna get the shit kicked into them. Just like remember how the PlayStation 5 situation? Oh, it's not gonna get really well for scalpers at all. They're gonna get the shit kicked into them.
It just doesn't. I think the Pokemon company doesn't care. There's a lot of things that could be done to make this better, fairer for people, to make people enjoy the hobby a little bit more. A lot of it comes with, more printing, but I do understand that it's very difficult to get the machines, to get the logistics to try get even more print out. Even if I do believe they have the money for it, let's just think that, okay, it might be difficult for them to suddenly print a lot more, but a simple thing that they could do is force shops to have a shop limit. It comes with the discretion of shops if they're going to have a limit or not, and a lot of shops, they just let you buy whatever stock there is. I love that Costco just let you have one per person. There's other shops that impose limits.
Target 2 per person.
And I think that could come from the company itself to say you're only allowed to sell 1 per person to everyone, to Argos, to Tesco's, to whoever is a retailer, even to small shops. You should only be allowed to sell 1 per person, and that would suck for normal people like me and you, and collectors like me and you, but it would deter scalpers to go out and buy infinite amount of stock to resell. My voice is just gone today. I honestly don't know why my voice is like this. I'm really sorry, but it is what it is.
I don't know what's wrong with your voice.
I don't know. I would like to be able to express my anger a lot better at this issue because I am really upset, but I feel like I have to keep my tone calm and collected, otherwise I have no voice. So I am very angry about this matter. Just imagining me very angry, I just cannot express that to voice.
I mean, it's confident enough to know that you're actually putting this out here. So like, not a lot of people are going to talk about this because they're afraid of the backlash, and we like fuck your feelings.
My voice is non-existent almost at this point, and I still have other things to film today. So I don't know. It's fun times for me. So we can't get any product off of the Pokemon Center because the bots get everything. We can't get any products off the shops because they don't introduce limits and people just camp at whatever times in the morning, and not all of us are able to do that. We can't even get anything off of the Amazon invites because those get botted as well. So what can we do? We can stop buying from resellers.
Even Amazon's scalping. I mean, yeah, even Amazon is fucking scalping. It's no difference. GameStop is way worse.
I know there's a few people, hopefully there's a few people do that watching this channel, and I managed to get through you and stop you from buying from resellers, because if there's no market for these people to sell to, they will have to eventually get rid of their stock because they will have thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth of stock they can't move. They're gonna have to eventually get rid of it to try get some of the money back, and things will hopefully get back to retail price. That's honestly, maybe it's just wishful thinking. Maybe I'm just thinking this is gonna happen and it will never happen.
It will happen.
But I genuinely believe if there was not market for these things, for these products, if people were not buying them above marketplace, this problem would not exist as well, I think. But maybe it's just wishful thinking. I don't know. There is another problem that is out of our hands though, is that vendors tend to then sell to other vendors. Like, the scalpers tend to sell to vendors so that the vendors have products to go to card shows. I think that the amount of card shows have exploded, at least at the last year. There's so many companies now doing card shows everywhere in the UK. And vendors who go to these card shows then need products, so they end up buying above retail because they need to have products to sell, and then these vendors end up selling to other vendors because those vendors need products to sell, and it just ends up being a bit of a snowball effect, and this gouges the prices up because they all need product to sell, so they all keep selling above market. You know what I mean? It's just a snowball of people trying to get products to sell, and they're the ones inflating the market to the point where some things are only sold between vendors because common people and collectors, they just can't afford them anymore. It's just not feasible. If
That's like the people who are like inflating the old Pokemon cards. Like seriously, when you literally look at it, a lot of those Pokemon cards boxes are not even that, should even be that price. Like when you get a raw card, like the possibility of you getting that one raw card out of a fucking original Pokemon card box, yeah, they inflated like you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just for one fucking box. What did I look like spending $100,000 for one box? You have to be crazy. And let me be honest, you gotta do a little bit of networking these days so you can actually get some decent prices for Pokemon cards. Let's be honest.
I can now talk a little bit about my personal experience and what I'm feeling with the hobby and even with the future of this channel a little bit. If you're interested, if not, I guess you can just skip to the ending. I was already struggling making videos. I think that I've mentioned this in the past, maybe on live streams, but I was getting very discouraged with trying to get products, trying to get things to open. I don't have a big budget to buy a lot of things. My channel is quite small. I have a lot of difficulty getting visibility, and
it takes time and consistency. That's all it does. You got to put in the work and you're going to get better at it. It's not a big deal. I mean, don't feel discouraged. The only way to feel encouraged is just drop the vids, talk about what your thoughts are, and say fuck other people's feelings.
It's very discouraging when I spend hours and hours on a video and I don't have a lot of views, which I don't want to sound ungrateful. I am so grateful for every single one of you that keeps coming back and keeps commenting, and I can recognize you guys in the comments because you're here at every single video you comment, and I'm so appreciative of you guys always being here. I want to put that so clear, but there is a little part of me that wishes I could grow just a little bit more so that I could have a budget to make more videos for you guys, to do bigger and better things, to go part-time at my job, to have more time to invest on my videos. And for me, it is about the money, but it's mostly about having the freedom to create, having the freedom to be able to make more content, better content, make you guys laugh. That's my biggest goal. My voice is going. My voice is gone. And I was already
it hasn't gone yet. I probably would have heard you mute by now.
Feeling a little bit stressed, trying to get products as quickly as I can so I can stay in the hype of a new release. I moved into One Piece, which I also love One Piece. I did some Magic TCG.
One Piece is meh. It's not that type of thing. I don't like One Piece, the cards. I just rather stick with the anime. I'm sorry, and you gotta be. I could get some flack for this shit. The live action is trash.
And I've also moved into.
She spoke for me.
Pokemon Go and vlogs and Japanese and Korean cards because my goal is just to make content for you guys. I don't care. It's not that I don't care, but it's not as important to me what kind of content I make. It's more important that I can make content and I can entertain you guys. But I feel like it's just becoming so hard to even get products to open that is becoming so discouraging to try and make content because I keep thinking, what's the point of this? And I'm gonna be completely honest, if it wasn't for the people who comment on almost every single video, I probably would have stopped a long time ago. But every time I think I'm gonna stop, I keep that voice in my head of no, because I'm a small channel, but I do have people that keep coming back every single time. And it sounds so mushy, but it's true. It's you guys that are always here that makes me come back, because otherwise I would have quit by now because it's just becoming so stressful trying to make videos, spending my days off. I literally have no days off because I have a full-time job, and then when I do have days off, I spend them making videos. So I rarely have a day off, but I do it because of you guys that keep coming back. But it's getting hard. I'm not gonna lie, it is getting hard. I'm probably gonna move more into the Pokemon Go, which I'm really enjoying. I'm not enjoying the last episode I filmed. It's been months that I'm trying to edit it, and I just don't like how it's turning out. But I will finish it eventually. But I think I'll move more into vlogging and probably One Piece that I'm really enjoying lately. And yeah.
Okay, so let me get. This is the worst time to pause.
Hopefully you guys still stay with me. I still want to make fun videos for you guys.
Okay, so personally, I enjoyed this video. This video popped up in my algorithm. But let me be honest with you. I mean, you have to vote with your dollars and honestly turn your back on these scalpers. Simple as that. But as far as what she's talking about right now, I'm going to leave a little simple comment in her comment section, not while I'm doing this video, and just let her know that honestly, if she decides to watch my reaction, that's cool. But be honest, and I'm just going to be straight up honest. Yeah, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Be more consistent, be creative, and at the end of the day, stop giving a fuck what these negative minded people think. Let's be honest. You have to be who you are at the end of the day. I know you got your you feel some type of way about everything, but be consistent. Keep running up a bag. Everything is going to work out for the better, and do your thing. Don't have to worry about it. Don't feel overwhelmed. Be productive and work hard for what you believe in. It's not all about the money at times. When you continue to be consistent and continue to work on your craft, it gets better down the road. So, shout out to psyellie. Let me know your thoughts and what y'all think about this video, and what do y'all think about these Pokemon scalpers as well.